Hip hop, hip hop,
Yeah,
hip hop, hip
Boyz is back.
hip hop,
SamAnt,
hop,
oh God,
hop,
what's
hip
up with you?
hop.
I done watched them niggas do interview after interview. They not culture vultures, the culture something they been into. So if you never gave them a view, I recommend you do. Cause when they question guests, they message is not subliminal. It don't matter if you
Feel
are
like, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but we just got to get Trump out of office.
Yeah.
Listen, man, Trump is the first troll president.
Mm-hmm.
He's a troll. You can't feed the troll. You know, he's a fucking troll. If you ignore that dude, or you either ignore him or you ride on him. But when you can ride on him, you got to ride all the way on him. You can't treat him like a human being because he's not a human being. He's an alien. You have to treat him with total disrespect and total disregard because that's the way he's treating the American people. That's the way he is treating the American economy. That is the way he is treating our health system. That is the way he is treating our damn sports teams. This dude don't give a damn. So you have to have that same type of mentality and stop trying to look for a heart in a person who's heartless.
You know, one of the things I respect about you, Willie D, is whether people want to agree with you or not, you give both sides of the spectrum. And one thing that old God and I talk about on here and give criticism to, in particular in black media, is it's so pro-Democrat. I won't even say Biden. So pro-Democrat, Democrat. Every 4 years it's pro-Democrat. Black people got to vote Democrat, Democrat. And it gets fed and embedded in our heads. And us who are a little less woke onto what's going on and more naive to just hearing people that we look up to or hearing a good person that can speak and provide information as opposed to us looking it up directly will get manipulated by that. And we see a lot of our celebrities, and I'll throw out something in particular, Charlamagne, DL, Hughley, brothers who I don't know personally, who I got respect for in their particular fields, but I got to call a spade a spade. Seems like they really push for us to vote for Joe Biden because of the racial unsettling atmosphere that Donald Trump may give. We got to vote for Kamala Harris because she's a black woman. And if we don't, we're disrespecting black women and kind of putting us in a situation to feel like, okay, if we don't do this, then we're going to be looked at this way without even knowing any proper information on either candidacy, what people are with policies or anything. Now, let me ask you this. Is that just basic ignorance from people higher up in higher positions that just have a little more of a voice, or is there a little more deeper situation of that, maybe some money getting put in pockets?
No, first of all, Charlamagne and DL Hughley are both friends of mine, longtime friends of mine. And, you know, I think it's important for us in the black community that when we know that it's people out there that love us, that love the black community, that sometimes they may not get it right. And we got to be okay with that. We can't go in and just start attacking, oh, he cooning, he this, he that, because you know, like I know, D.L. Hughley has taken a whole lot of chances saying things to uplift the black community and to tear down people who try to throw us under the bus. You know, D.L. has put a lot of work in. Charlamagne the God has taken a whole lot of chances speaking out on issues that people in his position would not otherwise do. So that says a lot about them. Now, you know, I say from time to time, like it's like you said about me, I say things that people disagree with. And, you know, I can say 1,000 things. And everybody, yeah, Willie D, ride for us, ride, that's my man, that's my man. I say one thing, man, we cut them counts. That was a coon. That was a coon. You know, that's one thing. So my criteria for supporting the people that I support, that I ride for, are that I just have to feel like in my heart that they love black people. And if they love black people, then they have latitude to make mistakes and to miss the mark sometimes. Because like I say, ain't none of us perfect. And we can't really afford any more enemies. We can't afford to have our audiences fractured. The audiences that say we're woke. and we understand we're going forward. We're progressive. You know, like we can't afford to split those audiences and try to force them to choose because they feel like they have to choose between me or DL or Charlamagne. Well, what's Charlamagne saying about it? Well, what's Hogarth saying about it? You know what I'm saying? What's SamAnt saying about it? You know, like they feel like they got to choose all the time, and so we're so fractured. And the main thing is that we have the same objective, and that is to uplift the Black community. That is the objective, and those two guys, they have that. Now, me and Charlamagne, over the last several days, we've been going back and forth real strong on this Kamala Harris thing, you know, because, you know, I just feel a certain way about it. And Charlamagne has made some good points. He said that some of the things that she's been accused of, she really wasn't responsible for. So, and I get that, you know, being an AG, there's a lot, you're over the AG of California is over 8,000 prosecutors. You know, that's a lot of people to be responsible for, and you can't be intimately involved in every single case, you know, but, you know, her being the AG, of course, it's going to fall on her, you know, whatever good, whatever bad at the end of the day, especially the bad, is going to fall on her. But I take exception with what Kamala Harris said when she was asked about, I think that was Charlamagne asked her about it. I'm not sure, but somebody asked her about, you know, what she was going to do for the Black community. No, it wasn't Charlamagne, it was a female. Asked her what she was going to do for the Black community. And Kamala said, well, I'm not going to sit up here and just say, I'm just going to do something just for the Black community. You know, I understand what she was getting at, but it ain't what you say, it's how you say it.
Yes.
And people need to be more sensitive to how we feel in the Black community collectively. We're not a monolith, I get it. But collectively, you know, this is how we feel. That's offensive. Oh, you know, I'm not gonna say yes for y'all. You know, like that was the way she said it. You know, like I was like, I don't like that vibe. You know, like if it was me, I probably would have said, look, I hear what you're saying. You know, I'm gonna look out. Of course, I'm gonna look out for the Black community, but my job is also to look out for all communities in America. You see what I'm saying?
Sorry.
It's got a different little sting to it. You dig what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I do believe that Kamala Harris's job, if Biden was to get elected over the next 4 to 8 years, is going to be on an apology tour. Because Biden, if you think Trump got some gas, Trump don't really have gas. Trump say what he mean. Like, this motherfucker really feel how he feel. Joe Biden really feels how he feels too, but he's also going to have some gaffes. Like, everything you think you're not supposed to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of us have that, well, you know, I like Trump because he says, you know, what he feels. That's the problem. Like, you're not supposed to say everything you feel. Look, man, I've been inside the bank before. And I was watching the transactions and stuff with the tellers, moving the money. And I was saying to myself, man, if I had X amount of guns, if I had the right team, we come in this and take all that shit. You know, I'm saying that in my mind. I got money in my pocket. I got money in the bank. But in my mind, I'm saying, man, we can take all that shit, man. You know, if I came in with the right team, man, look at that. I'm like, they slipping hard, you know. But I ain't supposed to say that. One time we were in Jacksonville, Mississippi, the group Ghetto Boyz. This was 91. And Brad and Bill was joking about the plane going down. And you know, like, people say things oftentimes that they should just keep to themselves. They're like, you know, who don't want to make a joke? Who hasn't made a joke about the plane going down, right? But that ain't no shit you're supposed to say loud enough for an airline agent to hear you and then bar your whole crew from flying. They made us they grounded us, man. We had to spend the night in Jackson because of these dudes cracking jokes and shit about the plane going down. Just because you thinking it don't mean you have to say it. And Trump, if he thinks it, he just gonna jump right on Twitter. He can't help himself.
Yeah.
Biden, he tries to do a little bit more to suppress how he really feel. But if Biden get some of the gaffes that he's made, some of the things he said lately is going to be a prerequisite to what he's going to do once he gets in office. And if he's saying these type of things now, if he can't control his impulses right now, imagine what he's going to do once elected, and elected strongly by a group of people who he helped to pretty much do a lot of damage to, over the last 30 years, last 25, 26 years. And but I'll go further than that, because Biden was also a segregationist. A lot of people don't know that either. Biden didn't want his kids riding on the bus with black kids.
Wow, I didn't know that. I think I heard something like that.
Yeah. So that's who Joe Biden is. We got tricked because we didn't do our homework on Biden when Obama picked him. We just felt like, well, that's Joe Biden and that's Obama. If Obama picked him, he must be all right.
Yeah.
We're looking at the experts, the people in politics that's surrounded by Obama, his advisors. So we thinking that they've already vetted this dude. He must be okay because Barack wouldn't have picked him. And he came across as a nice guy, cool guy. I didn't even know that he had authored that 94 crime bill until the stuff started coming out later. I didn't do my homework on him. He slipped by me. But once he slipped by and then he got in good with Obama, then he became, cool for black folks. And my thing is, like, what did he actually do to earn being the Democratic nominee? What did he do to earn it from black folks? I mean, earn. What did he do? And I think that all he did was hang around Barack Obama, take a bunch of pictures with Barack Obama and laugh and joke. And that's what we saw. Yep. So we're enamored by the optics. We like the optics. Oh, this way, boom, the optics of a black person being in power, the optics of, a black woman being VP. And I will say this. People can change. I saw Kamala Harris, a lot of what she's been talking about lately is stuff that I quite frankly would like to hear and would love to have heard her say, 15, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. And so that would have been cool, but she's there now. And quite frankly, she's saying some things that could get her in trouble. It could cost them some votes, because there's a certain amount of liberals out there. They don't want to hear nothing about no Black Lives Matter. They don't want to hear nothing about no defunding the police, holding the police up, holding the police accountable. They think that as long as the police ain't whooping on their asses and gunning them down illegally, then they're safe, and that the police is cool. They see all the dirty shit the police is doing, but they think, hey man, collateral damage, as long as I'm safe, that's just part of the game. So, I'm cool, as long as they ain't messing with me, I feel safe, so go ahead, Mr. Officer, do whatever you gotta do to them, as long as you're not doing it to me.